want to protect against comment spam. Now, on the surface, comment spam doesn't seem like too big of a deal. If you would leave the settings as they are without putting some kind of restrictions, limitations, and protection in place, you could end up with a comment inbox that is just blown up. Lots of spam. And one thing that we seem to overlook, but will come back to bite you if you don't try to prevent it from happening in the first place, is toxic backlinking. So a lot of those comments that folks drop in to a WordPress post could have a link back to their site and vice versa, and that link, that connection, we know those as a backlink, could ultimately hurt your ranking in the search engines. And so it could wreak a little bit of havoc on your SEO efforts if you leave that unchecked. So to protect against that, WordPress installations will normally come with a plugin called Akismet. And so if I go down to plugins, and right here is our plugin. Right now it's activated, but it's not set up. So before I set this plugin up to help protect against comment and trackback spam, I want to look into our settings under discussion. And I'm going to configure a couple of things. First, under other comment settings, users are going to have to be registered and logged in to be able to comment. So I'm going to check that. Okay, and before a comment appears, I'm going to check comment must be manually approved. And then right here under comment moderation, you can put words here that if they show up in your comment or somebody's comment that they left, it will automatically filter them and put them into a queue. So it will flag it as spam. I'm not going to put any here for the sake of this demo and time, but you would put those names in this box or those words, and it will filter for those words and mark them as spam. So this will give you a bit more protection with the comment spam. So I'll save those changes. Then now I'll go back to plugins. And you can see up here actually it says activate your Akismet account. So if I click on that, you can also go down here to settings for the plugin. It brings me here, and it asks to activate it. So if you do not have an API key for this plugin, then you can get one here. If you already have one, then you can just plug it in here and then select use this key. I'm going to go ahead and get an API key. Get an Akismet API key. I'm going to approve. Okay, I'm going to choose personal here. Of course, anytime you have the opportunity to go with free, do so. Slide that down, continue. if you want to donate, please do. Okay, so it gives you your API key. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. Go back into my backend. Here under Akismet settings, paste it in, select use this key. And after a moment or so, you will see here a couple more settings. All in all, I'm going to leave this with the default settings that it has. You can look at other options that they have available under the settings at your own time. I'm going to go ahead and save changes. And going back to my dashboard here. So Akismet is now set up. We've also configured a couple of settings under settings discussion that create more layers of protection against comment spam.